sound guy. He has a mic control.
Lavelle.
Hey, he's good. I think you got it. Second system. There's a second system?
Yes.
Oh, cool. Yep. Yeah, I'll get it again. So... Well, I said I was gonna talk about it, but I can't keep it to myself. No, Well, I said I was gonna talk about it, but I can't keep it to myself. What the Lord has done for me. Oh, you ought to been there. When Jesus saved my soul. You ought to been there. Name on the road, but I started walking, I started talking, I started singing, and I started shouting what the Lord has done for me. Oh yeah, when I said I was gonna preach about it, but I can't keep it. I said I was gonna preach about it, but I can't keep it to myself. What the Lord has done for me. Oh, you ought to been there. When Jesus saved my soul, you ought to been there. When he brought my name on the road. But I started walking, I started talking, I started singing, and I started shouting what the Lord has done for me. Oh, yeah. Then I said I was gonna pray about it, but I can't keep it to myself. No, I can't keep it to myself. No, I can't keep it to myself. But I said I was gonna pray about it, but I can't keep it to myself. What the Lord has done for me. Oh, yeah, you ought to been there. When Jesus saved my soul, you ought to been there. When he wrote my name on the road. Shouting what the Lord has done for me. Oh yeah. We got disciples in the house this evening. I need everybody on this one. Let's shake the building. Let them know we're here. Well, I said I was gonna shout about it, but I can't keep it to myself. No, I can't keep it to myself. No, I can't keep it to myself. Well, I said I was gonna shout about it, but I can't keep it to myself. What the Lord has done for me. Bring it home. You ought to been there. When Jesus saved my soul. You ought to been there when he wrote my name on the road. When I started shouting what the Lord has done for me. Oh, yeah. Amen.
Amen. So we're going to sing Home in Heaven. I've got a home.
I've got a home.
And I've got a crown.
I've got a crown.
I've got a love.
I've got a love
that won't let me down.
won't let me down.
Oh, I've got a home.
I've got a home.
And I've got a pride.
I've got a pride.
He'll wipe away.
He'll wipe away
Tears from my eyes.
tears from my eyes.
In heaven, don't you know?
I got a home in heaven. In heaven. In heaven. I got a home in heaven.
Well, I've got a home.
I've got a home.
Wherever to stay.
Wherever to stay.
Jesus, he found me.
Jesus, he found me.
I'm on my way.
I'm on
King.
Oh Jesus, you're my King.
Your life brings me to sing.
Your life brings me to sing.
I'll praise you all my day.
I'll praise you all my day.
Perfect in all your ways.
You're perfect in all your ways.
Hail, Land of Judah.
Hail, hail, Lion of Judah.
Powerful you are.
How powerful you are.
Hail, Land of Judah.
Hail, hail, Lion of Judah.
Wonderful you are.
How wonderful you are.
Hail, Jesus, you're my Lord.
Hail Jesus, you're my Lord.
Obey your word.
I will obey your word.
Want to see your kingdom come.
Want to see your kingdom come.
Thy will be done.
Not my will, but yours be done.
Thy will be done.
Not my will, but yours be done.
Come on.
Powerful you are. Hail, hail, Lion of Judah. How wonderful you are.
Glory, glory to the Lamb.
Glory to the
Glory
Lamb.
to the Lamb.
Hail Jesus to the Lamb.
Conquer in your name.
We'll conquer in your name.
Thank Jesus reign.
Proclaim Jesus reign. Proclaim Jesus reign. Hail, hail, Lion of Judah. How powerful you are. Hail, hail, Lion of Judah. How wonderful you are. Glory to the Lamb.
To the Lamb.
Hail Jesus to the Lamb.
In your name.
We'll conquer in your name.
Jesus
Oh,
reign.
Jesus reign.
Oh, Lion of Judah.
Hail, Lion of Judah.
Powerful you are.
How powerful you are.
Oh, Lion of Judah.
Hail, Lion of Judah.
Powerful you are.
How wonderful you are.
Powerful you are.
How merciful you are.
Glory, yes you are.
How glorious you are.
Oh, Lion of Judah.
Hail, hail, Lion of Judah.
Oh, Tim! You have not come to a mountain that can be touched and that is burning with fire. Come on, bro. To darkness, gloom, and storm, to a trumpet blast, or to such a voice speaking words that those who heard it begged that no further word be spoken to them, because they could not bear what was being commanded. Even if an animal touches the mountain, it must be stoned to death. The sight was so terrifying that Moses said, I am trembling with fear. But you have come to Mount Zion, to the city of the living God, the heavenly Jerusalem. You have come to thousands upon thousands of angels in joyful assembly, to the church of the firstborn, whose names are written in heaven. You have come to God, the judge of all, to the spirits of the righteous made perfect, to Jesus, the mediator of the new covenant, and to the sprinkled blood that speaks a better word than the blood of Abel. Ikumomai Ohana. Welcome to the Hawaiian Islands Missions Conference banquet. Ikumomai Ohana. Mahalo. Mahalo Nui Loa. I hope you don't mind. I got a green version of this. Ireland is also an island. So I just wanted to represent a little bit. My other brother's got a green one here too. But it's an honor to be here with you guys. I give you my lovely wife, Lianne.
be with you. I'm so happy that we get to spend this time breaking bread together. I love you so much.
So tonight we've got a lot of wonderful, incredible brothers and sisters with us. I want to recognize a few people. We've got the Directos from Houston. We've got the Zamoras from San Francisco. We've got the Fernando, the Chavezes from San Francisco. We got the Pavones all the way from the mountainous Denver. We got the Searses from the independent sovereign nation of Texas. We've got the Sloans here tonight. We got the Santoses here tonight. We got the Bartholomews. We got the Kellys. We got our keynote speaker and his lovely wife here tonight, Raja and Deb's Rajan. But I really want to thank the Garridos for an incredible job that they've done leading the Hawaiian Islands. And I really especially want to thank the Dimitris for just a marvelous job pulling this incredible family together and your leadership. We love you guys. So grateful for you guys. Tonight we're going to have an incredible night. We're going to pray right now for the food. And then Mark, someone is going to direct us, right? Who's the person who's going to be this lovely lady? Let's give it up for the staff here. So she will be that lady is going to be directing table by table. So that's going to be awesome. And right now I'm going to invite my dear brother Fernando Chavez to come and please pray for the food.
Father in heaven, we come before your throne, humbled, Father, excited, knowing, God, that you were forming us when we were inside our mother's womb. You gave us a special calling, Father, that to, in this generation, Father, bring your gospel to the ends of the earth. We're so grateful, God, for the modern day movement. So grateful that we can be the pillars around the world, God, to bring the truth to this lost and dying world. And I do pray that this evening, Lord, that we are so grateful and thankful, God, for the fellowship we have. And we get to enjoy, God, each other's company, to build memories, God, as we celebrate, God, the first Hawaiian Missions Conference. Bless the food in a great way. We love you so much. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.
Sweet, sweet, lovely, when the train winds blue.
Hello folks, at this time I want to share with you from the cultures of the islands of Tahiti and also the islands of Hawaii some of the songs and dances. Now there are the islands of Tahiti and the Greek Hawaiians. Get on with it now. Tahiti. Give me a song. Talk about the children of the land and the loved one. Something fucking titty. song called 8 People. Takes a little less care to take care of it and lasts a heck of a lot longer. So here's a song for you, a song that was written for the first week of festivities called the Aloha Week Festivals. Now it got so big, of course it lasted longer than a week, as its name is now the Aloha Week Festivals. But here's the original song called the Aloha Week Hula. Little hula flirts in the hula skirts, winking elbows in aloha shirts, that's the way they do the Aloha Week Hula. Around the aisle, mile by mile, take a detour in Hawaiian style, that's the way they do the Aloha Week Hula. It's when you stop, you can try to match tutus walking in the taro patch. Now your hands up, music is grand. Do the army for the boys of the round. Hey, beat that drum, dum, dum. It's a lot of fun, and you learn to do the Aloha Week Hula. Little hula flirts in the hula skirts, bringing out the balls in aloha shirts, that's the way they do the Aloha Week Hula. Around the aisle, mile by mile, take a detour in Hawaiian style, that's the way they do the Aloha Week Hula. It's a brand new step, you're trying to match tutus walking in a taro patch. Clap your hands and the music is grand. Do the That's the way they do. Feel how we hula. Should we join with our hula sisters? Take me a song that utilizes the ulis, the feather grounded gold. But for those of you who don't know, these implements make the sound much like the Spanish maracas. But they're the most decorative hula implement used today. And again, it's called the ulis. But here's a song that's entitled Oil, which means that's it. It talks about one person being content with the person they end up with or chose, as they wooed them and got them and they are settled. And saying, that's it, I'm done searching. Here's a girl with language to Hawaiian melody. As this next song is one of those hop tunes. So again, I never told you, but the hula is a translation of the song in their dance. They're translating what we're singing about. So now with the English words, you can kind of see what they're dancing and what I'm singing. So here's a song that became an Hawaiian classic by Saul Bright. A song called Sophisticated Hula. Hands on your heads, to those who are dead. Sophisticated hula is the talk of the town. Swing your body around, sing your body around. Sophisticated hula is the talk of the town. The native hula ladies bend her down, the new dance to the beat of drum. Now sophisticated hula's a jazz, so do the dance on the melody, but don't dance to the music swing. Soon you will repeat. Sophisticated hula is the talk of the town. Oh, hands on your head, to those who love them. Sophisticated hula is the talk of the town. Talk of the town, swing your body around. Soon you'll come around. Sophisticated hula is the talk of the town. The native hula leaders stand to dance, do the dance to the beating of drum. Now sophisticated hula's a chant, do the dance while the melody runs down. Dance to the music swing, soon you will repeat. Sophisticated hula is the talk of the town. Oh yeah, sophisticated hula is the talk of the town. Well, they're going to use their other hula implement called the pu'ilis next as they take you to the island of Maui. Now, the pu'ili, if you don't know, it's basically a stock of bamboo, split one end, and you get the kulelis. A great implement, makes noise much like the palm tree leaves in the wind. Great implement to scare away birds, discipline children and husbands. But in this case, it may look like the martial art, but it's still the hula. Paying tribute to the chief for the island of Maui. Here's a song called Ho'o Heno Ao Pila. Again, the hula is a translation of the songs that are dances. Next song takes you on a little Jeep ride. Taking you to the island of Molokai, to different areas there. Kalapapa. Kolomuni is the name of this tune, but we call it the Jeep ride song. And the one we haven't used yet is called the Ipu, the hollow board. Doing for you a song that simply was initially called Kuhivi Nani, the name of the song, or the beautiful mountain, taking to the island of Maui. You talk about the mountain of Haleakala, the highest mountain there, that translates to the house of the sun. Again, the song utilizes all three hula implements. The song known today as the Haleakala hula. We're Johnny, by the way. She wants to do a fun number that talks about love making. This song is known as the Rocking Chair Hula, but it's simply talking about the motions of the... So inappropriate, I know. The motions of a rocking chair. Hawaiian song, the Novo Playtime. Brother to Jeff Rasmussen, a local entertainer. Wrote this song about this place on the island of Maui, basically Kipa Hulu. Talk about a grass shack to each other. To take you to the place of Kealakakua. Famous song of Little Grass Shack. Wanna go back to the little grass shack in Kealakakua, Hawaii. I wanna be the dog and the bees that I used to know. So I can hear your guitar play on the gentle down. I can hear your Hawaiian say, they got the button, no way, go holy, holy God. Won't be long till my ship will be sailed back to the corner. For it's a grand old place that's always fair to see. Telling me I'm just a little Hawaiian and I hope you got a boy. Wanna go back to my fishing pole. Wanna go back to my little grass shack. You can't do how I feel. When the hoo-hoo-doo-doo-doo walk on swing by, when the hoo-hoo-doo-doo walk on swing by. Little grass shack. Of course, at this time, I want to invite our visitors to try the hula. How many guys want to try the hula? I want to give you a little free hula lesson at the time. Right, ladies, got people hold up their hands. Got the bell over there. All right, we want to bring up whoever wants to. I see we have a lot of people. Follow the brother from you. Keep your feet back. With the ball. Hands, put your hands on your hips. So make sure you can see the hula dancer. I'm going to do the basic step called the koholo, which is 2 steps to the right, 2 steps to the left on a 4 count. So follow the girls. Rotate it nice and slow. Koholo to the right. 1, 2, 3. To the left. Now, doesn't have to be big steps, but these are small steps. Small steps is good. 1, 2, 3. To the left. To the right. Now, you guys can stand up. your stepping towards and waiting for his fingertips. Waiting for his fingertips as gracefully as you can. Don't close the eyes of the person next to you now. Now again, you want to wait there gracefully. Otherwise, you look like Michael Jackson's Thriller. Now that's just for the ladies, by the way. For the gentlemen, watch the girl in the middle. For the gentlemen, watch the girl in the middle. You can see her. The girl in the middle is looking that side. We're coming. Yeah, for the men, we don't want to wear our hats. You know what I mean? This is heavy. This is called a coho. Alright, we're going to give you another snap, but this coho once more. What we're going to do is called the ami. So take your hips in a circular motion, follow the girls. That's right, just keep the hips in a circular motion. Bend your knees, get your hips all the way around. You want to keep your shoulders steady. Keep your shoulders steady. It's all in the hips. You want to put your hand up down. Put your hand up down. You want to straighten the sides of the down. All the sides of the down. And it's not a pelvic thrust now. It's a circle. It's a circle. I'm sorry, that's not very funny. We're in church. Again, this is called the ami. We're going to do a little modification. This is called the ami cuckoo, which is basically 2 slows and 3 fast. 2 slows and 3 fast. So here we go. Out of 1, out of 2, out of 1, 2, again, out of 2, out of 1, 2. Very good. Now what I want you guys to do, that's good, we're not doing it, don't do it. I want you guys to turn around and face the dad. I want to see your smiles. And I want you guys to do the ami cuckoo once again, 2 slows and 3 fast, okay? I want the audience to see what I'm seeing from up here. And don't forget to smile. Alright, so hands on the hips, and your knees, and here we go, the ami cuckoo. Out of 1, out of 2, out of 1, 2, one more time. Out of 2, out of 1, 2. Alright, turn back around. Very good. Now this time I want to teach you guys a song. I'm actually going to teach you a hula. Okay, so we're teaching a song. How many of you guys heard of a hukilau before? Hukilau, all 5 people, alright. Alright, but the hukilau is basically taking on a little fishing adventure. Huki means to pull, lau means these as our fishing nets or they are used. So I want you to follow the girls in front of you. I'm going to test your short-term memory, and I'm going to teach you the motions. Alright, so follow the girls in front of you. You're going to stick your right arm out. Don't punch anybody out now. Stick your right arm out. Or going. Stick out your thumb. Or going. So hukilau, we're going to pull in our fishing nets from the right and from the left.
Oh yeah, come on, dude.
One more time, from the right, from the left. Where the lau is a cow, that's our Hawaiian food, lau. And you eat it like our poi. And our big luau. Now we're going to throw our nets. Again, throw our nets from the left to the right. Right to the left, right left to the right. That's good. As our ama, or throw our nets out into the sea. Motions of the ocean, the motions of the ocean. And we have our little fish, our ama. Come swim to me. Swim to me. What a wonderful day for fishing. This time we're going to use our fishing poles. We're going to cast down that line. One more time. Cast down that line. As the nets go swishing, hopefully there's live fishing in that fishing net. And we usually cycle net in a big area, so we're talking about Laie Bay in this case, on the north side of this island. So here's the motions of the bay. And we're going to end our song, stick out our right foot, put your hands to your mouth, give a kiss out, and put your hands together, bow your heads and pray that we get through this. And we're going to put this together on our hula step. Alright, so the people on the other stage do not fall off the stage. Be careful. Keep in mind where you're making stages. And here we go. Here's the whole song, no hooky now. And you're fishing man. So that's it, everybody. We're here. To the right. One more time, to the right. All right. Oh, we're going to a hukilau. Hooky now. Everybody loves the hooky now. Hear the loud music out. within Luau. With the Luau and set to the sea, and all the young can swim to me. To a hooky low, hooky, 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 hooky low. What a wonderful thing for the ship, the old heart's bargain way. Come on, brother! Folks, we're going to do one last song for you. All right, folks, we're going to do one last one for you. Utilize the pool meetings one last time. Again, folks, thank you for having us. Hope you guys enjoy your time here in the islands. It's our pleasure to entertain you folks tonight. Give you this last song from the capital there called Hilo. With the girls utilize their pool meetings once again. A song called the Hilo Hula.
Amen. Let's get one more round of applause. Amen. We have to agree. Let's go and stand on up and sing praises to our God. Amen. Go to that land. Don't you want to go to that land? Don't you want to go to that land where I'm bound? Where I'm bound. Don't you want to go to that land? Don't you want to go to that land? Don't you want to go? to do, but I came to hear God's
Acts chapter 1, in verse 8, Bible says, "But you will receive power when the Holy Spirit comes on you, and you will be my witnesses in Jerusalem, and in all Judea, and Samaria, and to the ends of the earth." Obviously, Jesus talking to his disciples, and he's calling them and saying, "Listen, not just a little hut or a little house you guys will be in. You guys are going to go all over the world." And he talks about how the word of God is going to be spreading, and they're going to be witnesses, literally to the ends of the earth. Now, the title I've been given is "You Will Be My Witnesses." I want to talk about one powerful witness. And I believe that will help us to understand, a lot from God's word, how to be a powerful witness. Let's go about the book of 1 Kings, chapter 18. 1 Kings, chapter 18. I was in the fellowship and I spoke to some people. So just say a little bit more about myself and about India. I'm married to a very beautiful woman. We have 3 children. 2 of them were disciples for a long time, and the last one got baptized during the South Asian Mission Conference. All 3 are disciples, and we've been married for 25 years. The South, when you say South Asia, it comprises of India, of course, and then we have Nepal, Bangladesh, and then Bhutan, small country. Then we have Sri Lanka, and then we have Pakistan and Afghanistan. The total population of all these nations comes up to 1.8 billion people. Just India is 1.3 billion people, approaching 1.4. Nepal's population is about 26 million. So we have churches in Chennai and Bangalore, New Delhi, of course, and we have also in Nepal, Kathmandu. And this year we're planning the church in Calcutta, and there are about 405 disciples in all at the moment in the South Asian area. So let's go back to 1 Kings. In 1 Kings 18 we find a man called Elijah. And the situation is such that things have gone bad and been no rain for a long time. And there were a bunch of false prophets who were actually confusing people, and the people kind of couldn't decide which way to go, and they were wavering. Let's go ahead and read a little bit over here. 1 Kings chapter 18, verse 16 onwards. So Obadiah went to meet Ahab and told him, and Ahab went to meet Elijah. He said to him, "Is that you, you trouble of Israel?" trouble for Israel. Elijah replied, but you and your father's family have. You have abandoned the Lord's commands and have followed the Baals. Now summon the people from all over Israel to meet me on Mount Carmel, and bring the 450 prophets of Baal and the 400 prophets of Asherah, who eat at Jezebel's table. So Ahab sent word throughout all Israel and assembled the prophets on Mount Carmel. Elijah went before the people and said, how long will you waver between two opinions? If the Lord is God, follow him. But if Baal is God, follow him. But the people said, I live in India, and I actually come from a Hindu background. My mom was very devout Hindu. And I grew up, my dad was an atheist. And I grew up worshipping my mom's gods and goddesses. In India, we have about 33 million gods and goddesses. Even if you do one a day, you're not going to cover it. Yeah. Even if you do one a day. And so, and I was a little guy who go around, get the things done, get the milk, get the tea, get the oil, the fire, burn the incense. That was my job, small fella. And so, run around, clean the idols, brush them up, make sure they're clean, get the flowers. This is what I used to do, and I was serious about this. Because my mom taught me that you put God as one God's important. And growing up, I started questioning the gods, and there were some Christian friends actually who influenced me, and they started telling, Raja, they're just not, these are not gods. I mean, Jesus is the only God. And when they introduced Jesus, I had 21 top-notch favorite gods, and I would pray to them every single day. I was devout. And so when they said Jesus is God, I had no problem. Because we go, 21 plus 1, 22, and we just accommodate Jesus inside, no problem. Just take it with us. And so as time went by, they said, no, there's no plus one business. He's the only one. And I didn't like the concept of only one. I felt that was very narrow-minded people. They were broad-minded, and I didn't like it. And in a way, I said, get lost. This is good, but my gods are good too. And so as time went by, there were more Christian friends who influenced me in college.
Come on, bro.
Excuse me, I never drink water. I don't know why the skin just dry. And so, going to college, I had my friends who actually introduced me and said, Jesus God, you need to do. And so I started kind of seeking God. And I said, let me find out about this Jesus. And my friends, most of them were Christians. And the institute was Loyola College, so it's a Catholic institute. And what I saw, when I got a picture of Christianity and about Jesus, didn't appeal to me at all. I saw them, smoking, drinking, womanizing, and I came to a conclusion that I'll be who I want to be, but I will never be a Christian. In my mind, this is what came to my mind. I chase skirts in the name of Krishna. And you guys do the same thing in the name of Jesus. And to top it all, you have this theology that Jesus will forgive your sins and cleanse you. And I thought, and he's supposed to be only acting with the Christians. So the Christians have a hotline connection with Jesus. Do what you want to do, he's going to cleanse you. Wow. I go, I said, if this is your Jesus, and you guys are followers of Jesus, then I have nothing to do with your Jesus. Take a walk. If this is the Jesus you claim, who only loves Christians and kind of has a you have a diplomatic immunity kind of thing. Do what you want to do.
You'll be fine. And it just drove me mad, and that's when I became a thorough atheist, and I would just shred the Christians to pieces. That's what I used to do. And I would tell them, tell me about your God. And so, oh, God is a loving God. And they're like, God is loving. Come here. And I go, you think about you guys walked in the desert for over 40 years? Yeah. Why did he kill them if he's loving? And I also, knew that they were not able to defend the gospel well, so I just played on, and I got a hatred. So I would just go around like a mad guy, just tearing people, whether Hindus or Muslims or Christians. I would just tear them down. Well, when you read the passage over here, sounds like if Elijah was calling the people on the 850 guys, I'd be one of them over there. And, if I had not found God, I'd be right there in that passage. Let's read further ahead, see what happens. Verse 22. Then Elijah said to them, I'm the only one of the Lord's prophets left, but Baal has 450 prophets. Get 2 bulls for us. Let Baal's prophets choose one for themselves, and let them cut into pieces and put on the wood, but not set fire to it. I will prepare the other bull, and put it on the wood, but not set fire to it. Then you call on the name of your God, and I will call on the name of the Lord. The God who answers by fire, he is God. Then all the people said, what you say is good. Verse 25. Elijah said to the prophets of Baal, choose one of the bulls and prepare it first, since there are so many of you. Call on the name of your God, but do not light the fire. So they took the bull given them and prepared it. Then they called on the name of Baal from morning till noon. Baal answered us, they shouted, but there was no response. No one answered. And they danced around the altar they had made. At noon, Elijah began to taunt them. Shout louder, he said. Surely he is a god. Perhaps he is in deep thought, or busy, or traveling. Maybe he's sleeping and must be awakened. So they shouted louder and slashed themselves with swords and spears, as was their custom, until their blood flowed. Midday passed, and they continued their frantic prophesying until the time for the evening sacrifice. But there was no response, no one answered, no one paid attention. Whether in India, in New Delhi, most of the disciples are from a Hindu background. There's some Muslims too. We have a very, very small percentage of people who are actually from Christian background. And so that's what it's going to be. 1.3 billion people, most of them are from non-Christian background. And when a disciple becomes a Christian, when a non-disciple, when a lost guy becomes a Christian, there is a heavy amount of persecution that they undergo. I was sharing before in the afternoon session about a sister called Scarlett. She's from a Muslim background, and she's doing great. She's married, she's got a kid. But when she became a disciple of Christ, the villagers surrounded her house. Her mom's brothers came in, and one of the brothers pulled out a knife, kept it here, and said, say Allah's God. Otherwise, I'm going to just kill you right now. And she stood up and she said, I will never say Allah's God. Jesus is God. And thank God, her father was begging for mercy. He said, please let my daughter go. In Islam, there's a custom. You leave Islam, you're going to land up dead. And father begged the people and the villagers, let my daughter go. She's the only daughter I have. She's got 3 brothers, and they're all against her.
And praise God, nothing happened. And like I said, she's doing well. But this is the kind of things we go through when we stand up for Jesus. There's a guy called John the Baptist. You know, he's an excellent guy, plays the drums in a church. Guy comes from he comes from a Christian background. He's a Lutheran, and both his parents, they are PhDs, they're doctorates, and his father is a minister. When he made a decision to become a disciple, by the way, this is what we do. If a person from a non-Christian background wants to become a Christian, he needs to go tell his family, I am going to become a Christian. But if a guy from a Christian family wants to become, background wants to become a disciple, then he needs to tell his family, not I'm going to become a Christian, I'm going to get baptized. So see, either way, we want to set the fire in there. We start the persecution. Because we know, when you go tell your family you want to become a Christian or you want to get baptized, your family is going to be upset. And let me tell you, every single disciple we baptize goes through persecution. And I'm not talking about some little internet persecution. My mom took my car keys and she said bad about me. We're talking about real stuff. And John was locked in the house. He had to escape. He escaped. His mom called the CBI CBI and said that's the Central Bureau of Investigation, connected with the cops, and this and the cops over. So I was getting non-stop phone calls. I don't know what is going on. And so they're like, where are you? What are you? I'm calling from the police, and answer me. Do you know this guy called John? I go, oh, something is wrong over here. And so around 11 o'clock, I call another disciple and tell him, listen, tell John not to come to my house. I'll meet him here, but just let him know about it. And we, 11:30, 12, 1 o'clock, we catch a lawyer to fight our case. And by 2, we're back in the police station giving a statement that, no, he's an adult. Yet, family power is immense. Wow. And he had to give a statement and all this stuff. And so back and forth, the police is grilling him. You should listen to your family. This is your family. Do what your family says. And he's like, no, I'm going to do this. And back and forth, 2, 3 nights it was going on. Wow. And we were in and out of the police station thinking the man, something bad's going to happen. We have Lynn. She, same thing, went home. They locked her up, took her bags. Even when she's going to the bathroom, she used to keep the door a little bit open so that they can watch. They know that she's in there and she's been watched. Wow. Around 2:45 in the night, we were texting. And I told her, listen, you got to escape from your house. 2:45 or something, she just fell asleep. Her sister fell asleep, and she just took off. Just in her pajamas. She ran, and her house is in a village, in a deserted place. She had to run barefoot, no chappals, nothing. She just took off. And she ran, and she had to go at least 3 miles to get to the railway station. After about 1 or 1.5 miles, she kept running. I said, Lynn, just keep going, God will send somebody. And suddenly an auto rickshaw came, and she asked, hey, can I come in? And she said, I have no money to pay you. She jumped in, got in there. But her father is a very influential person. He immediately called his old friends, and they got him in there, and they said, let's check out everything. So the train to Delhi from this point, let's say this area, was supposed to come this way. I told her, listen, don't come this way, go south. Because they're going to track every single railway station along Delhi path. Did that, long struggle, long story short, she's a great disciple. She's a full-time intern in the church right now. I was 21 when I got baptized. I sent her, back in those days, no email, so letter. I sent a letter saying, Dad, I'm going to become a Christian. Second letter, Dad, I have become a Christian. My dad landed straight to the hostel where I was. And, before that, he came to church.
I had nice long hair. Service was going on. He entered, 2-3 more guys walked in with him. They're looking around. Where's this guy? So I'm like, okay, I said, let me just go. I left, went out. He grabbed my hand, bam! One shot, bam! Another shot, bam! Kickings. What is this Jesus, huh? Who is this Jesus guy you have? Let me see. Let him come and save you now if he can. Who asked you to become this Christian business? You know what? This is a disgrace for a family. I got thrashed, and that was first Sunday Debbie was coming to church. And she's like, what's going on? She didn't know what was going on, but she knew that something is wrong. And he came to my hostel. He said, pack your bags. All my guys are standing around. He goes, all right, I bought the shirt for you. Take it off. That jean is mine. Get it off right now. Strip, get naked. Nothing that I've given you is going to be with you. It belongs to me. So I said, okay. I started, unbuttoning my shirt. Bam! One shot. No, have no shame. Okay. And I said, I'm not moving. Because I knew what God had done for me. And I knew where I came from. I knew my life. My life was full of sin. I mean, every night I would just meditate on my lies, the lies I'd spoken to my, not one girlfriend, but girlfriends. And so I would just, keep it up. What did I tell her? What did I tell her? What did I tell this one? What did I tell that one? Okay, hope these two guys don't talk and figure out the truth about it. Okay, say something else now. So it's just, every night I had to just revise my lies. This is full of lies. And I didn't know what to do. Every Saturday night I was the party guy. I could really party. I would be the first guy on the dance floor at 5 o'clock in the evening. I was also the DJ. I'd spin, I'd be on the dance floor, doing everything I had to do. It'll go on till about... Yeah. If you're not gonna dance, you can't get the girls, so... And the night would be just, around 1 or 2 o'clock. Go back home, go back, mess around, come back home. Everybody, oh, I love to be like you. How do you dance? How do you have so much energy? Come back home, sit on the bed. My roommate will be sleeping, and I go, fist, and I hit my hand on the wall, saying, God, are you there? Because, I can do all this stuff. I want to change my life. And I was desperate, but I didn't know. But outside, I was like, pretending and putting all this mask. But inside, I was just broken. I said, I need that God. I want that God. And I know that I said, God, you're there. Just give me one chance. One chance. Just give me one chance. Show me. Once, just show me the way. And I hold on to it and never turn back. We see Elijah, single-handed guy, battling these false prophets. Let me just, sometimes we can get just caught up with a number that's probably not real. So let me tell you the demographics, what it is like. So we have about 1.2 billion Hindus. We have 1.2 billion Catholics. We have 1 billion Buddhists, or, Chinese religion, and including ancestor worship things. 1 billion. We have 1 billion atheists and secular people, and secular religion. And we have 1.8 billion Muslims. On a broader spectrum, we come under the Protestant category. Protestants, only 800 million. That's it. Most of the world have no clue who God is. No clue who God is. And and you got to think about it. I'm going to be a witness. No, not in some small island. You're going to go far beyond. It's a big world out there. They don't know Jesus. We have the Muslims who think Jesus, I believe in Jesus. No, they don't. They believe in Jesus. They believe Jesus to be a prophet, not God. There are so many stuffs going on. And if you go, I need to just approach some Christian guy no. I want you to look ahead, far beyond than the little island we are in. Far beyond. I tell my guys, listen, guys, Sundays, I tell them, if you're in this room, I tell them, none of you will be in this room. We are all going out to go out and make disciples and being a witness for God. No way. Just sticking to one place and thinking and growing roots again. And thinking, we're going to get the job done. No, we'll not get the job done, but just sticking to one place. We got to go out. We absolutely need to go out. Let me ask you something. What is stopping you today? What is stopping you today? What makes you think that, things you do or things are going to be fine as time goes by? It's not going to be fine. We have a difficulty. Our campuses are closed. You can't go into the campus. You need to be a student to go into the campus. And so last time during the last year, I thought about it. We had 141 baptisms the first year after we planted it, but most of them fell away. And there's always, bro, what happened? So what happened? Bro, we had this wicked guy over here, and he did this thing, and we had a divisive person there, and he did that, and I just sat with God, and I said, God, it's my fault. I cannot point the finger at a divisive guy or a rebellious person or a crowd building or my intern didn't do a good job. And my other evangelists, I said, no, God, there's no one. I'm the guy, I'm the leader, I'm the culprit, end. This ends here. I have not sought you with all my heart. And this is what it is. Now I can defend myself and I said, no, this is it. And I said, Raja, you and your God, man, let's have a sincere talk. Let's have a sincere talk. What's going on in the closet? What's going on, man? Come on. Yeah. When you're in the closet with God, whom are you going to point the finger at? God? That's just one person, you, me. This is it. And I cried and I said, God, my people are just leaving. Help me. Because I just don't know what to do. I'm this pagan guy, expert in just sin. All I know is I want to love you, I want to love your people. But this thing going down, I don't like it. And, I'll not forget Jason's sermon. He talked about the campus and about campus ministries, and I was like, I want God to work. And I decided there's going to be 24 campus students faithful by December 2020. Small number for me. Small number, but I want to take it up. And I also made a decision. We had about 25 teens, and I said, God, 25 teens, the only way I can get into the campus is get a lot of teens and then push them into the campus. And so I said, God, 25 teens, by end of December, please make it 75. The stats as of now, we baptize 2 campus guys. And I'm fired up. And we're doing our best to keep them faithful. Falling away is not good enough. They need to be there. And the teens from 25 has become 32. Oh, yesterday one got baptized. So the teens from 25 has become 33 teens as of now. Question: what needs to be done so that we can be powerful witnesses? Right. Two simple points.
Come on, bro.
Come on.
Let's go to 1 Kings chapter 18.
Come on, bro.
Verse 30. Then Elijah said to all the people, "Come here to me." They came to him. And he repaired the altar of the Lord, which had been torn down. Elijah took 12 stones, one for each of the tribes, descended from Jacob, to whom the word of the Lord had come, saying, "Your name shall be Israel." With the stones he built on the altar in the name of the Lord, and he dug a trench around it, large enough to hold 2 seahs of seed. He arranged the wood, cut the bull into pieces, and laid it on the wood. Then he said to them, "Fill 4 large jars with water and pour it on the offering and on the wood." "Do it again," he said, and they did it again. "Do it a third time," he ordered, and they did it the third time. The water ran down around the altar and even filled the trench. First thing, gather and repair. You see Elijah over here, he says, "Hey guys, come to me." He calls them, and in verse 31, he says, 30, he says, "And he repaired the altar of the Lord, which had been torn down." All the disciples have altars. The altar of the Lord. And I think the focus should be, let me help my disciple to get a strong, firm connection with God. Right. I'm of the philosophy, if you can help a person get God, if he gets God, if he just gets a proper grasp on who God is, I believe he or she will work everything out, no problem after that. Right. But to get that grasp, to get that grip, to see the God clearly is where we got to work. To me, that's what DP time is. Hey, how is it going? For me, quiet times are important. What's happening in your quiet time? What are you learning? Tell me a golden nugget. Give me an old stuff you got. Give me a new stuff you got. Give me old treasure. Give me new treasure. I want to see it. Because this tells me where you are. Are you connected or not? Because we can go through the motion, do this, do that, bring visitors and everything, and then we have nothing going on. We have bring a neighbor day, they come, and where's the fruit? Our Women's Day is like, bring people, nobody gets baptized. They all gone, and then again we are back on the streets doing the same thing for the next Bring a Neighbor Day. And I feel like if we can just spend some time repairing their altar, set things right, find out what's happening. Maybe it's confession, maybe it's fear, whatever it is, set things right. When you get in there, I believe they will then wake up and become another Elijah in your ministry. They will like, stand up for the truth and go preach the word. Secondly, prepare to dare. Elijah goes, cut the bull, put the wood, get all the things up there, pour water once, twice, 3 times. Just fully wet. And then he's going to now be talking to his God. And I always I look at the passage, and I go, what if God does not answer? I think sometimes our lives are like that. We don't want to put out a goal. Wow. Isn't it? Yeah. And even if you have a goal, we don't tell people. We don't expose it in front of everybody. What if you don't achieve that goal? Wow. They're going to make fun of you. They're going to laugh at you. But we see Elijah over here. Let's go. Let's follow reading. Let's read. In verse 36. At the time of sacrifice, the prophet Elijah stepped forward and prayed, Lord, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Israel, let it be known today that you're God in Israel, and that I am your servant, and I've done all these things at your command. Answer me, Lord. Answer me, so these people will know that you, Lord, are God, and that you are turning their hearts back again. Then the fire of the Lord fell and burned up the sacrifice, the wood, the stones, and the soil, and also licked up the water in the trench. When all the people saw this, they fell prostrate and cried, "The Lord, He is God! The Lord, He is God!" You got to make a goal. I know I see Jason repeating all the time, "Oh, we got to have 50 baptisms." Raise it up. Make it 100. You know, see, let me tell you, if you got to, sometimes it's not clear whether what is happening over there, whether you're doing the work or the Lord is doing the work. You know how it is? And so you got to go, well, 50, flat out, everybody gets fruitful, love the people up, we'll make 50. That can happen like 3 months. And you got to go, nah, let me set a goal that I cannot achieve. I need God. Stick your neck out. That's okay. I know what to do after this. I will go to my God and I'll beg God that God, you answer my prayer. And I believe when we prepare to dare, when we go out, all the way out, I believe that's when you'll see God working in your life. And so, brothers and sisters, it's been a great time just being with you. But I'll tell you something. I want us to become Elijahs this evening. No small stuff. You're making a sacrifice, hey, put the water. Put water again, everything. Okay, now let's pray. You want to make sure that when you act, it is done by God's hand and not by your hand. Otherwise, there's no difference between us and them. And so, I want you to make a decision. First of all, if you have disciples with you, you go, all right, let me go talk to my disciples how they are. Are they connected or not? Are they in tune with God or not? Are they there or not? And don't go, oh, he's in this and that's it. No. Get the guy God. Give him God. He'll fix it. He'll figure it out. Just push him over there. Show it to him. And secondly, you got to go, I'm going to put a goal and just go for it. And I believe when we do that, when we set our hearts on God, when we make a decision to put the Lord of God as number one in our lives, and when we love the Lord of God with all of our hearts, with all of our mind, with all of our soul, and with all of our strength, I believe all the islands will truly be evangelized. Thank you so much, and may God be with you forever.
Break out the fire extinguisher. I guess that I know why he was drinking water, because that was hot. And he dropped it just like that. You know, Rajan's just an amazing brother in the Lord. If you saw him in the crowd, he's a servant, he's a humble brother. You would never think that he had the charge to evangelize the world, and yet a prophet has spoken tonight. Amen. To be convinced, coming from his background, that Jesus is the one Lord, the Son of God. When you have a conviction like that, like Elijah, you stand your ground, because that's who we are as disciples. We're not the struggling ministry. We're the face forward, filled with faith ministry. Come on, bro. We don't struggle like, oh, everybody. That's so 2019. We got Jesus Christ in us. We taunt the false gods in our life. I was blown away because earlier, this guy's got a conviction on quiet times. I got to share a little something. Earlier at the singles ministry, he says, you know what? A brother, I called him up, and he answered his phone. And he says, hello? Who is this? It's Raja. And Raja asked him, what are you doing? He goes, oh, I'm having a quiet time. Raja says, what the heck did you answer the phone for then? A sister was walking down, and she was showing putting on Facebook. I think that's still a thing. Facebook. I come from MySpace, so I don't know. So she's praying. She's praying. She's walking along. She sees a butterfly, and she takes a picture. Oh my goodness, what a butterfly! She puts it on Facebook, and Roger sees that and goes, "Oh wow, what was that?" "Oh, I was out praying and I saw a butterfly and I took a picture." What in the world? When you're praying, you don't stop for a butterfly. You're close to God. He made a comment earlier. He said, "Tell me what you did in your first 2 hours when you woke up, and I'll tell you what kind of day you had." What did you do for your first 2 hours when you woke up? And I'll tell you what kind of day you had. Giving up 21 gods. I think that's super amazing. When you're the ice grabber, the incense getter, it's encouraging when people are like, "Oh wow, you really love your 21 gods," and they encourage you. But I think even for disciples, we can let those lowercase gods come into our lives. And thank goodness we're sold out disciples, amen? I look at Rajan, just like Elijah, had the Spirit of God in him. He's like, "My God will answer by fire." And tonight, God has answered by fire. I pray you've all had a wonderful time. Let's give it up one more time for our brother Rajan. And really, the story behind Raja's strength is not just God, but it's really Deb's. So we want to thank you, Debs, for bringing your husband down here. All right. So here's the deal. We've had an incredible time, and it's been awesome. But I pray that you've been sharing your faith and bringing all your visitors out here. And we're going to meet in that room tomorrow. And we're all going to show up early, right? Yeah. With our visitors. We're not tired. We're here to worship God. It's going to be amazing. I'm so excited. I just want to, from the bottom of my heart, thank you, all of our visiting brothers and sisters. This means so much to us that you've come down here and you've encouraged our souls. Thank you so much. You don't understand what this means to us. Yeah. The hundreds and thousands of dollars you spent to come out here and make this so amazing. I mean, we're encouraged. I mean, the coconut trees, the palm tree, all that, sandy beaches, that's cool. But you know what's cooler? This big wave of love that came in from the mainland. I want to ride that wave till I die. But we're going to close it up here. And the music's going to start. I'm not going to force anybody to dance. But I'll be on the dance floor. Amen? Amen.